Hello, welcome back to another video. I'm only after starting the video. You that bored already? Yeah, so I realized, obviously I had, I think, about a month or 2 months of not uploading videos, and I put one up, and then I realized, oh no, I'm actually G1 again, so I'm back. Just want to talk to you about, I don't know, a few things, I guess. Video is intentionally meant to be short, so hopefully all going well. We have Lazy Gus over here, asleep, going to be asleep. I'm only home from town. I had gone in and had my counselling session, and we decided it was my last counselling session. It's a form of CBT counselling, and the person I go to has personal experience with autism and what it's like living with and having kids of their own who is also autistic. So that's why I was going to see this person. Very good. They obviously seen me leave the job I was originally in. That did not suit me at all. I was in a very well-known like supermarket, grocery shop kind of thing, you want to call it. I'd gone obviously the whole end of my employment experience after school doing full time, because I only got my diagnosis of autism last June, so it's now been a little over a year of my diagnosis, which is crazy. All right, he's bored already. So yeah, very rude of you. So obviously they've been there with me the whole time when I decided I'm going to change jobs. Got into a very well-known pet shop here in Ireland. Loving it, still there. Took a bit of an adjustment to go from 5 days to 3 days, but best decision I've ever made. Okay. So if anyone's out there is in a similar boat after getting a late diagnosis and you're after being used to doing full time like all your other peers and people your own age and older than you or younger than you, and then you, like me, come to a complete halt and do 3 days, and I'm getting obviously my additional disability payment on top of that every week. It is quite, at the beginning, quite a lot. There is a lot of guilt and shame internally in yourself, your own feelings of like, why am I lazy? Why am I not doing like everyone else is doing? But over time, like with myself now, I'm happy. I look forward to my days where I'm working, so there's a huge difference. So yeah, I just felt with counselling and all, it's expensive. I was only going to it once a month. It had been once a week, but we had reduced it down to once a month, and now we decided, look, we're going to put it on a hold. I probably will go back later down the line when I need it again. So any huge changes in my life, at the minute it's going steady, so any huge changes I'll probably will pay another visit back. Like when I eventually decide to move out, which I hope is soon. I love my family debates. I love living here. I'm happy out, but I would like my own space, and especially 2 of my 3 animals that are cats are outdoor cats because of not just family preferences, not allowed in the house. So I would like my own space where they can be primarily indoor cats. They are 2 girls. I'll give you a little update later on in the video on obviously my newest addition, Luna. She's the only newest addition. I will not be going down that cycle of getting more animals and rehoming them and all that. That seemed to be something I was doing when my life kind of hit a bump in the road. I was gravitating towards getting new animals every time when something went wrong, because it would kind of give me that bit of a boost and something exciting to look after or look forward to. But all in all, it made the bump in the road just 10 times bigger because it was another responsibility that my head couldn't handle. So I'm very content with my 2 cats, and still have my little hamster Bear upstairs. I had just cleaned out his cage last night. It was late at night, so I didn't record it. I tend the once a month that I have to do that. I tend to leave it at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to do his cage. It's when he's up. I don't like disturbing him between that, and it is only once a month that I have to go in at that time to clean him out. So I don't mind. I do it obviously a night where the next day I'm off work, so it's grand. So I can show you a little overview later of his cage, but I mean, like I said, he's asleep, so you won't see much of him. But yeah, like my cats are doing well. Yeah, it's just so much easier just having the pets I have. But yeah, terms of obviously big things in my life, if I do move out, or I don't know, could be another change in the job or something like that, I probably will repay a visit back to counselling again. But for the time being, my life at the minute is quite steady, and I'm very content with it. Some people might find it boring. To me, it's comforting that I do most things the same every day. I have someone special in my life. I don't know if I mentioned that in previous videos, but I do have a partner. They are amazing. Oh, sorry, she's amazing. So if she's watching this, you know who you are. So I try to go visit her 1 to 2 times a week. And it's always fun when I go see her. It's great. So I obviously want to branch out my friendship circle. Well, I don't even have any friends, so that would be a start. Just to kind of branch it out. But at the moment, I went from completely on my own to now having a very, very amazing partner by my side. So it does give my head a distraction to go to, rather than sitting on my bum and doing nothing on my days off. So it's great. So yeah, I guess another little update. I had to go to the chemist the last time for my regular prescriptions and stuff. The doctor didn't know, well, the GP that was doing my blood pressure and stuff, my kind of yearly checkup thing, they didn't know, and they were going to get me to rebook in, and it's a lot of money for like just a short amount of time to talk to a GP. So I said it to the chemist. One of the senior guys there was like, oh, I know what that is. So every summer I've been suffering with my hands. That's why I'm looking at my hands. I break out in clear fluid-like bubbles all around my hands, all around, like my thumb, my index finger, and then on my palm, both palms, it comes out in like red dots, nearly like chicken pox. That comes out in my hands, and I've been suffering it as well right on my left foot, not my right one, my left. And for so long I thought it was athlete's foot, but I've used treatment on it. It is contagious, so I was like, why is my right foot not getting it? And some people say that can happen, but I'm like, it's a bit weird. So after talking away to in the chemist, they said it's a form of eczema. If I remember to edit this video and put the name of it down on the screen, I will. Probably I won't, knowing me, but I can't pronounce the name of the type of eczema it is. So I'm kind of in between different creams as a barrier thing to always use in the summer. So at the minute, I like for like €7 or €8, it was a nice good sized tub of E45 cream. And then I have steroid cream upstairs for when it does break out. So my main thing really is, oh yeah, I do, how amazing this is, I carry a tub of nappy rash cream around with me for my palms to keep them dry, especially in the really warm weather lately. My palms obviously are going to sweat, and that's usually how that develops again. So yeah, basically not wash my hands too often, put powder on them if needed, just make sure they're not always sweaty and wet, dry my hands properly after I wash them, but I can't like rub them because even that is awful. I have to like pat them dry. Always cream up. That's kind of it really. I've asked about antihistamines because I was taking them, but they're not allergy induced, or they're not like, it's an autoimmune disease, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the name is. So antihistamines won't actually do anything. So that's that, which is great. So thankfully a few times in work I've been getting to be on the till rather than on the floor sorting out delivery, because I have to double glove when I'm sorting out delivery. I have to wear cotton gloves to have the cream soak in, and then I have to wear my work gloves over that, and my hands are just, they're compacted with so much gloves going on, and restricted, and it's so warm out as well, but it's my only option. So for a while, oh my god, like these are all have peeled over, thank god, but this was horrendous to look at not so long ago. So I was glad to be on the till. We do actually have a bottle of like hand sanitizer on the till all the time, and I actually found out when I used a bit of it once, because like we're always scanning in like loose dog treats, and some of them are like, you know, pig ears and, you know, that kind of natural stuff for dogs, but they're quite gross and slimy and weird. I went to use the hand sanitizer to kind of give it a roughish kind of clean. Hands were not happy with. No, my hands just flared up. So can't go near hand sanitizer. So that's great. So it seems to be a summer thing. So if in the winter I don't have this problem, every summer the symptoms get worse. Like it gets more progressive, which is fair. So I think it should be at its worst this year. So I know what it's like. But yeah, not great. But that's happening. And yeah, that's kind of it really. Like car was doing well. I'm driving around as normal, doing a few bits here and there. My day's off. Me and my sister do have a holiday planned to go to Nice in France very soon. So I probably will do a video closer to that time. I'm probably packing a bag and all. I had it with me, but I'll show you probably in that video that I have my sunflower lanyard for going through the airport. I can discuss you about that. It's actually my first year using the sunflower lanyard in the airport, because last time I was in the airport was last year when we went on a family holiday, and I just ordered it and it hadn't come in, so I didn't have it going on holidays. So I have my favourite little badgy pins on it, then I have a couple of fidgets, my loop earplugs, and a cuddly little keyring teddy bear Winnie the Pooh thing that I can comfort have, because this is my first holiday that I'm doing with myself and one other person, so I chose my sister to go with me. Usually it's a family holiday we do, and yeah, I just feel like I'm ready to do that next step of nearly it being a solo holiday, but not entirely, you know what I mean? So it is a bit daunting, but I'm excited about it. We have a nice little apartment booked and all for it, so all good. Going for 4 nights, so it's gonna be lovely. So yeah, I'll obviously do a video on all that, getting all that ready and stuff. I have that week booked off, so I'm excited. But yeah, I guess that's the main kind of news. I've been at 2 different Pride events. One was actually only recently, was in the county I live in. It's our second year doing it. I hadn't gone last year because we were on our family holiday. So I have a little wristband that they had at it. Obviously rainbow colours. I'm not going to obviously show what county it's written on that, because, you know, find out where I live and all that crack, maybe, I don't know. And another Pride I went to was a county neighbour, basically neighbours to me. County who's a neighbour to me, beside me, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. So yeah, I was actually at 2 this year, both with my girlfriend. So they're great. Actually the one in this county, for their second year doing it, they did amazing. So I really hope going forward they will stick doing it, because we were the only county for a while in Ireland that wasn't doing it. So we all had to go to like the next county across to go to a Pride. So yeah, it was lovely. So that's kind of it. I'll show you a little overview. I think Belle is off gallivanting, so she probably won't be around, but I'll show you Luna. She is loose outside at the minute. I probably will very shortly be having her locked in until she's ready to be spayed. I think she's coming up to 4 months old now. They say 4 to 5 months is they're well capable of getting pregnant, which is scary. So I'll probably lock her in right before then. My vet wants to do her when she reaches 6 months. So I think that'll be October time. So once I'm home from the holidays and all, I'll figure all that out kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll show you a little overview outside. Got a nice little cat scratchery kind of thing. Not a tree, but a cat scratchery thingy I got in work. It's a cactus, and it's wooden framed of a cactus. And then the inside is a cardboard scratcher. And there's one on the bottom and there's one extending upright. Belle specifically loves cardboard scratchers over any other one. Luna doesn't care which. So I wanted to give Belle a bit of an option of one of upright, so she can kind of scratch upright, but she's mainly just doing it to the one in the bottom. So, you know, that's okay. We'll see how it goes. Maybe she'll take to it eventually. Luna lost her collar out in the garden the other day. Had her name tag on it. We still can't find it. So I had to get a new name tag done. Fun. I still have Belle's one from when she was a kitten, so that one never went missing, which was brilliant. And I went a bit of impulsiveness in my place of work. We got new cat collars in. They are stunning. And I picked out my 2 favourite ones. So they're basically adult collars, so Luna doesn't exactly fit in them. But they are put aside with the name tags on them, and they're not allowed to wear them unless they're going into cat boarding or when they move out with me to my future home and they're going to be indoor cats. That's the only time they get to wear those collars, because they're nice. I do sound extra, like an extra cat crazy woman, but I don't care. So Luna has another one I got on work that was quite cheap, still on her. And I had a spare one for Belle, and I put it on her, and it was on her for a good length of time. It's gone again. Yeah, because she goes through fields and stuff and comes back, so she gets caught in a branch or something. So can't find Luna's original collar, which is a shame. Not that it really matters, but I accidentally did the whole collar in all capital letters, like her name, my name, and everything. I didn't really like how it looked. So I guess it was kind of a blessing in disguise that it went missing and I had to get a new one. But they do have 2. She does have a new one now and still have Belle's name tag. But like I said, they are for special wear. They are both microchipped, so if they are found loose around the fields here, the people can bring them to the vets and check them. It's just putting a collar around them is just, there's no point. It is one of the safety ones that come off when a small little tug happens to them, but if that doesn't happen, if something went wrong and they're stuck on it, they could strangle themselves on a branch or something. Like, it's not great. So they're microchipped, that's the main thing. I just wanted a collar on them to hear the bell, so I can hear them when they're coming over, or to other people to make them know that they're not stray cats. But you know, I can't have everything, you know, can't have my cake and eat it. So yeah, Luna still has hers. She's only staying in the garden area, and then she goes back to the room. So that's kind of it. So I'll show you a little overview of the 2 of them outside and the room and stuff, and then I'll do a little overview over Bear's cage, but not a whole lot. That's kind of, I guess that's really it, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's really it. Hope that's it. So yeah, I'll see you in my next clip. Oh, we have Miss Trouble. Hi, Luna. Gussie. So that's the cactus scratcher I was on about. So it's really cool. Got my work discount on it, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, Belle mainly uses the bottom. You can see it kind of used there now. The length I've had this catchery from Lidl, Luna's the only one using it. It looks drunk because, yeah. So obviously, I don't know if you've seen much of this room, but I have the little water fountain there. You want more food, girl? I'm only after feeding you. Yes. Yours. Fresh litter is in that tub. Another little scratcher here. This is basically Luna's section. Yes, so her wet food comes in here, her dry food comes in here. This is all of Belle's, we'll say, adult food. I'm trying to get her back on the core, because I was feeding this to her, and thankfully I haven't really raised a fussy cat, but I was getting this because it was a week where I was kind of stuck for money. We've all been there, and she eats it, in fairness to her. But she could have done with 2 pouches of Felix, because she was looking for more food. So you can tell it's not that filling. That particular week as well, I got Luna Felix kitten as well. But I felt bad, and I went back and got more of the kitten wellness core pate, which she loves. So yeah, I'm going to go back and keep continuing and try my best to save money and keep getting them the really good food, because that's what they deserve. Sorry, I'm after smacking you in the face. So sorry. The little treat tub there is Luna's kitten food. The one in the back is Belle's adult food. This is a jar of treats. more kind of other treats and licky treats and stuff like that in there. Yes. You tit. Yes. That is... Tail is focusing. That is Belle's dry food bowl. That is Belle's wet food bowl. That was Luna's carrier. I brought her home in, and that's Belle's one. Both kind of use it as a bed. Belle loves this for getting the treats out and stuff like that. She's yet to figure out how to do this. This came off the cat tree. So I guess now it's just a cat one now. Yes. Yes. And there's the collar I got and work for her because the Belle is very handy for her. She only stays close by. That's why I'm thinking, where did her old other collar went? Because she's only in the garden. So I don't know. This was where Luna was settling up in, but now that's her litter tray. So that's where she can go toilet. That is Belle's one, the hooded one. I mean, I think Luna uses that as well. I got a few of this. I got this bed, that litter box, and that toy, and another toy for free off a lady in town. So that's how I ended up getting them. It's great when you get things for free. She's after knocking over. This is her little teddy bear I got her when I first got her, so I like keeping it with her. It's a dog toy, but anyway. A few more cat toys, a tunnel. That's Gus's little bed corner. Another little tunnel. Basket of more toys. Trouble. Another scratcher that Belle likes to use. This is for winter, the heater. You don't know what that is yet. You haven't figured that one out. We haven't got to use it. This is Belle's spare collar, but I think there's no point putting it on her because she's just gonna lose it again. And then on my little stuffed teddy bear that looks like Belle, we have this collar for Luna for when she's older, and an indoor cat. We'll say basically for good wear. That is her little name tag. Obviously my phone number and all that is on the back, so I won't show that. Do you mind? So yeah, it's a really cool little confetti style collar. And then Belle's one is like a lava, colourful lava themed one. And there's her name tag. That has been going on since she was a kitten, and now she's 2 years of age, which is mad to think. So I think actually the black and red go really well. And the black really goes well with this collar for her. And then the red actually goes really well with this one. So that's her good colours. I sound mad, I know, but that's only for, like I said, if they're going into boarding, cat boarding, or when I move them out and they're indoor cats, that's when they get to wear them. When we go on holidays, my dad will be looking after them, so they won't have to go anywhere. But look at yourself. You stunner. Look at you. You're a stunner. Oh my goodness. Oh my, look at those toe beans. Look at those toe beans. She is way more cracked than Belle was when she was a kitten. Tabby cats definitely are mad crack, aren't you? You're mad. Oh, so cute. But yeah, I'll show you a little overview then of Bear's cage, maybe, or will I? I might show a little overview of it, I guess I could. But that's kind of it really on the cats. Not really much of an update as such. I mean, well, kind of is. They're going well. She got her microchip the last vet visit, and she got her last of her vaccination booster, so she's fully vaccinated until next year. It's just now waiting on her time to be neutered or spayed, whatever. So that's kind of it regarding herself. Obviously Belle is gone somewhere in the fields, but she's doing well. She's doing brilliant. But yeah, that's kind of it. I had to go on Friday to collect 3 baby little Aylesbury ducklings. We have 2 adult Aylesbury ducks. I can show you now if you want. And they have kind of technically stopped laying eggs. They kind of reached that age. So Dad was on about getting more. So now we have, he's barking at the ducks. We now have 3 baby ducks now in the little house, separated. They have a little bucket of water that they can play around in until they're ready to actually swim in the little pond we have. So now we technically have 5 ducks now.
So I'll show them to you now in a sec. But in terms of my own animals, there's no more new ones coming in. That'll be the end of it. We are trying to get my mum on board to getting a second dog. It's more for my dad, really, after the amount of animals he's after welcoming into the house, because I wanted them. So we do kind of want his dream dog to come true, which is owning a sheepdog. So if we could try rescue one, brilliant. But you know, but yeah, I'll show them to you. Excuse the house that the ducklings are in. It is a bit dirty, but yeah. Hold on one sec. So that is our 2 ducks. Yep, the quackers, the Quacktashians. And we have these girls, these babies locked in here. So, sorry about the mess. It's kind of dirty in here. But that's them. Little babies. Just so cute. And obviously then, the older ducks. But yeah, I'll show you a bear now in a sec. Yes, this is going to be a short clip, basically. I just changed the wheels out. Don't know why, but he chose there to fall asleep. Like, I'm trying to make sure it's nice and dark for him, but like, I don't know. But sand bath, little multi-chamber, his cactus house he loves. Couple of branches and oh, Gus, just the wheel, relax. Tunnels, his wheel, little camera obviously, the little bowl of birch chips for him to dig around in, his bowl of water, and he has the Book Estate paper bedding that he adores. It's actually so soft. I might, if I have the money, get a bigger bag of this and have this as the main substrate, but I will look into it. Obviously I'll have to get more of the sprays because I'm running low on them, and again, to get my money's worth I need like a 400 or 500 pound bag of it, which you're talking 50 quid for it. But yeah, a couple of things I want to do with his cage, but other than that, like, he's doing really well. What is he now? 9 months old? Is he 9 months old? He's near enough to the 1 year mark. Yeah, which is mad to think he's nearly a year old. Do you see him? His little tush. Oh, Gussie. You're not meant to be up here, but I knew you'd be scratching at the door downstairs going mad if I didn't. It's just going to be a few seconds just to show off. But yeah, that's his setup. Any recommendations, I guess, of cheaper beddings and substrates to get that isn't wood chippings? That is the safe version of wood chippings. It's, what is it? That is, gosh, it's not pine, it's not cedar, it's, what is it? I can't think of the name of the type of wood it is. It's the safe version anyway, but I would like to, like, it is fairly dusty. I'd like to go with, like, it mainly being paper bedding and stuff. Like, I only got a small bag of paper bedding. I think it's there. So I'd like to get more, like, a bigger bag of it. So I got off Temu for not much. Like, it was cheap enough. So just a wheel, relax. But yeah, any cheap, like, I'm based in Ireland, so it's kind of hard to find places local that will ship, and the shipping is not mad money for sprays and for different beddings, because a lot of them are kind of UK based or America based, and you know, shipping and all that cost is mad. So yeah, any recommendations, please let me know down below. But yeah, that's his little setup. Oh, I think Bear's on the move, is he? No, it's okay, he's all right, Gus. He doesn't usually sleep at that corner, but anyway. But yeah, that's kind of it really. The cats obviously, like I said, are doing well. No other kind of updates really. My brother did come home from Japan only recently, and he did manage to get me the, what is that? The fairy bird family, is that what they're called? So that was one on my bucket list I wanted to get, and my god, are they beautiful. They are stunning. I'll do a separate video on all of them, obviously. My other 2 Japan families that I ordered off eBay. Got this in a little, like, mystery thing. It looks so realistic. This is the other hamster thing I have, and it's not as realistic. But yeah, I'll do a little overview on Sylvanian stuff I'm after getting. Because obviously the hamster family and the bear family and some of those collector stuff I have. But there's so much video, like there's going to be a very long video coming up very soon that I'll do an overview and all this stuff. But yeah, thought I'd finish it there. Go see, do you want to say goodbye to the YouTubes? Come here. Come here. Bye. Say goodbye. Bye. Bye. Yay, bye.